Also new this morning, the Davis family attorney has confirmed that they've settled both civil cases against Michael Dunn.
Dunn is accused of shooting and killing 17-year-old Jordan Davis over loud music. This is video of Dunn in court. John Phillips, the family attorney, told Channel 4 that, quote, "We have made an offer to settle both cases against Michael Dunn, the estate of Jordan Davis' case and the case of the two boys we represent. They accepted the offer in full, and we cannot disclose the offer at this time, but it is resolved all civil suits in principle." Davis's parents filed a civil lawsuit against Dunn in January. The lawsuit, they claimed Dunn and his lawyers made several defamatory claims, including claims that Davis and his friends had a gun belonging to a gang and destroyed evidence. Davis's family say they wanted to restore their son's reputation. Dunn's criminal trial is scheduled for February 3rd. Joining us this morning is Ed Burke, Channel 4's lawyer, to shed some light on this decision. Ed?
Hi, good morning.
Did this come as a surprise to you?
Well, it was a bit surprising. It's a little bit unusual regarding the timing of the settlement. Usually, quite often there are civil lawsuits associated when there's a murder prosecution. The family members may sue for wrongful death for civil damages. But what's unusual here is the timing of it. Usually those civil cases don't get resolved until after the criminal prosecution.
And talk to me just about this. How do you think it will affect the criminal prosecution? The trial is still set to go on in February.
Well, I'd be surprised if details of this the civil lawsuit, I'd be surprised if those details are admissible in the criminal case. The court wouldn't want the jury to, be influenced one way or the other by the existence or the settlement of the civil lawsuit. And so it's really not relevant to the crimes that are charged and the facts that the prosecution will have to prove. So I'd be very surprised if the jury hears about these lawsuits.
Well, Ed, the family said they did this to preserve their son's reputation in regards to him having a gun or things like that. Why did they bring that up in this civil case as opposed to letting it all play out in the criminal trial?
Well, that's very interesting because, you read the complaint, the lawsuits, and all of the allegations of defamation and wrongful death, it's the same facts that, Dunn will likely raise as his defense in the criminal case. He says he saw a gun, and so the family said, well, that was defamatory as to the young men in the car. So, it might have been the purpose, or maybe just the effect, was to try to limit pretrial statements by Dunn regarding the young men, Jordan Davis or any of the other young men in the car, so public opinion might not be swayed one way or the other.
So what's next in this case?
Well, that remains to be seen. It's probably likely that we won't learn the details of the settlement. Often these kinds of cases are settled and there is a confidentiality agreement as part of the settlement. So it may be that if we are to hear the details of the settlement, they won't come out until after the criminal case.
Awesome. Ed Burke, thank you so much for joining us and offering your perspective on this. We appreciate it.
You bet. Glad to be here.